Hi, my name is Andrea Recalde, and we're going to be talking about everything you need to know about HIV and AIDS. What is HIV/AIDS? It is a disease. It is an immune attacking infection that kills the white blood cells in your body, leaving you extremely weak and vulnerable to other types of diseases. Basically, a common cold could even kill you because of how weak it leaves you. How can you contract it? You can get it from sexual intercourse, unprotected sex, so it is an STI, blood exposure, and genes. Blood exposure meaning people that use drugs could take in a needle, put it in their arm, then put it in somebody else's. That's blood exposure. Or if somebody has a cut on their lip and that somehow gets into your body, any type of blood exposure into your system could contract the disease. It's also part of genes. It's genetic. It could be hereditary. You can just have it in your blood already. So that's something that people just can't control, and that's why people should get tested, because you never know if you have it or not. These are the symptoms of HIV and AIDS. Those are most the common symptoms. And this is the ribbon for HIV/AIDS. It is the ribbon for its awareness. Who is affected? It varies and it depends on how it is contracted. People with low immune systems are mostly affected. It could be children because of genes. It could be teenagers because of unprotected sex. It could be older people because of their low immune system and blood exposure. It could be anyone. It could basically anybody could get it. Where does it affect the most? Mostly rural areas, mostly poor, uneducated areas where people don't know about sex safety or anything like that. That's why South Africa is number one, because most people there are uneducated and they don't have the resources to take care of themselves. This is a picture of a girl from Africa who was the face of a promotion for the awareness of HIV/AIDS. All types of people can be affected. Some are just more vulnerable than others. 37.9 million people currently suffer from HIV/AIDS worldwide. That is a lot of people if you really take into account. Like if you put 37.9 million people in a room, it's a lot of people. When was this disease discovered? In 1983. One of the most famous people who died from the disease was Freddie Mercury, the singer of Queen. That's a fun fact. But yeah, it was discovered during the 80s, and it was a pretty big deal because there wasn't enough research done to help the disease. What is being done? Care packages, vaccines, research, and medical help to those in need. Care packages are being recommended by the World Health Organization. Vaccines are coming into effect by researchers. And there's help sent to a lot of people who need it by medical help or by actual certified people who can teach those areas or those people who don't know about this, who can teach them to take care of themselves and to be careful. This is what it looks like under a microscope. The World Health Organization recommends packages of services tailored to various populations, including for the 5 key populations: men who have sex with men, people who inject drugs, people in prison, sex workers, and transgender populations. Those are the 5 most vulnerable populations to HIV. So the World Health Organization is doing a lot to help those populations. How is the United Nations involved? It is involved with everything. The United Nations is trying to help so much to help people with HIV and AIDS. They created UNAIDS, which is the Joint United Nations program, where it all these 11 organizations, like the 11 system organizations of the United Nations, including the UNICEF, including the World Bank, etc., they join together for to join resources and efforts to help the disease. Their goal is to end AIDS, and they hold many meetings about the topic, and they try to talk about it as much as they can and educate people, whether it be through social media or through articles or through as much as they can, through anything they can. Where does it affect the most? This is a map where you can see where it affects the most, and this is the key. The next few slides are a bunch of infographics that hold a lot of really important information. I'm not going to go into them because it's going to make the video too long, but you can pause the video and look through them. They're really interesting, and they talk about the burden of HIV disease. They talk about the prevention challenges, the access to the treatment, the healthcare's response, and the corporate social responsibility programs and what they focus on. So that's really important to know, and it's a really cool facts and things for people to be informed. This is the graph where you can really see, and put into perspective what HIV is doing around the world and how many people have gotten it. So this is the percentage of people. This is the engagement in HIV care. The number of people, the HIV infected, HIV diagnosed, linked to HIV care, retained in HIV care, on heart, which is a medicine, suppressed viral load, all these things. So it really, The statistics really put it into like your mind and make you see what is actually happening. This is a really cool video that you can also watch. It's called The Science of HIV/AIDS, and it talks everything about the scientific perspective of this disease. And that's basically it. Those are the bibliographies. I hope you enjoyed my presentation, and make sure to spread awareness for this disease.